Hello ladies and gentlemen, Master Son Tutorials, aka Brandon Parker is my real name. So let's do this, another tutorial video. It's been a really long time since I've done a tutorial video on anything for that matter. And it's been a really long time. So I'm getting back into this, trying to get myself to do something. So I decided, well, let's do a tutorial. And of course, by the title of the video, it's on Photoshop tips and tricks, how to do some certain things in Photoshop, things that you may or may not know, things that people may or may have not told you in a video. But I'm going to try to tell you in my videos. I'm going to try to tell you some different things that I know and what I've taught myself inside of Photoshop. Let's go inside and make sure I open up Photoshop. Okay, CC 2018. Okay, because that's what I'm using. It's the latest release, Photoshop, the newest one, and it's pretty cool, pretty nice. It's been a while since I've used the new one, so I haven't really done too much with the new one. I've been using Photoshop CS6 for years, and so I just moved right into this not too long ago, and I've been slowly getting into it, using it. It's a tad bit different once you open it up. This is what pops up, is all this right in here. Is of course, if you had nothing loaded and it was your very first time ever using it, there would be nothing here. It'd be all blank. It'll say create new, all this stuff. You can filter recent files, all this stuff, anything that's been loaded already since you've been using it. Since for most of you who are new and haven't started using it, it's going to be blank, like I said. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to, let's do the basics of what you want to do inside of Photoshop. We want to enhance photos. We want to make them look good and look nice. You want to cut yourself out of the background. That's what I'm going to show you in this video. Is the okay, so what we're going to do is get real started. We're going to go to create new, go to the left side and go to create new right there, and then what you're going to want to do is go to custom. Okay, make sure you put it on custom because you want to do the custom size. And since I already have it created and saved and stuff, you can create your own settings and save it. So I saved it, and how you save it is you go to, okay, so say you want to save this, you're going to go to here, go to 3, you're going to go to preset. We're going to want to untitled preset, details, untitled, all that. Then you could save it right here, and that's how you do that. And then you bring it into here, it'll be in your saved. Right here you can delete it if you don't want it no more, but I'm going to want it because I need it, because it's 4K. So what I did is I put it in 380 by 338 by 40 pixels. The height, make sure you put it to the settings that you want it. So since we want 4K resolution, we're going to want this to be 380 by 2160, and then put this at 380 by 40, 38 by 40. Okay, yeah, 38 by 40, 38 by 40 by 2160. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you there. Okay, we want it, the orientation, have it up and down. We want it always to be a landscaped orientation. You make sure you put this in pixels, resolution in pixels. Put this in pixels. We want this in pixels, 38, and we don't want it in inches because then you're going to have some issues. Okay, and then there's that, and you want the background. You can choose from black, background color, scroll down. You can go to transparent, custom. For right now, we want it to be white. Okay, so we're going to go to that. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to get right into showing you how to cut out a person out of a background. The best way you can do it, the easiest and most common way, is using the pen tool. And well, it's more tedious using the pen tool, I would say. It's not totally easy, but it takes, well, I don't even say that it's hard or easy. It's just it takes more time. It's consuming. So what you're going to want to do is open up an image. So we're going to go to open. And I'm going to go to where I want my image, and I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to open up one over here. Where is it? It's Hilary Duff right here. And I got so many of Hilary Duff because she's one of my favorite all-time actors, and she's one of those people that I like, and she's pretty cool, pretty nice. So anyways, let's get right into this, and let's do Hilary Duff on this one. We want where is the image at? I want the one of her. Let's see, where. Pretty much all these you like, if you want to get them out of a background that's pretty complex and pretty hard. Like a lot of things, she's on a plain ass background where it's pretty plain and it's pretty easy to get her out. But what if, say, if you don't have a plain background and you're on a desk or something and you want to cut them out or something, or you're wherever you're at. Let me see where it's at. Let me see here. Okay, it's this one right here. Okay, so I found it, the image of her holding the guitar. Okay, So I had so many images it was hard to find it, but right here, so I go to this and we're going to move this over a little bit. We're going to do that and make sure you clicked on the select tool and drag it right there. Then we're going to resize it. Okay, now you can close it out because we already have it right in here in this. And what we're going to do is we're going to, first things first is we're going to resize it first before we make a copy of it. So we're going to resize it, make it, it's going to distort it. If it's way too small, it'll distort it. If the quality is way smaller than 4K resolution, because there's so many images out there that are not 4K resolution ready right now. There's a few, but not too many. It's 4K is still pretty new out there. It's still 1920 by 1080 is the resolution that's being used. So a lot of this is not going to be up there yet. So I would leave it like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. So if it gets distorted or anything, we have another copy of it. So we're going to go to edit or images, layer. Actually, you go to layer, yeah. See, it's been a while since I used Photoshop. We're going to go to layer, and then we're going to go to duplicate layer. And we're going to go, you can name the layer 1 copy. I just do that. And we already know that we're going to bring the layer 1 copy at the bottom. Or actually, leave the normal layer. We're going to mess around with the layer copy. Because we're going to shut this off, and we're going to mess around with we just shut it off by clicking on the eye and right there. And then you just do that. And then right here, we're going to do this. We're going to get let's get the pen tool, because the pen, you can use this. You can use, well, I'm going to show you about using all these other ones. Like, okay, over here, you want to, you see the magic wand tool. You right click on this and it's quick selection tool. Quick selection tool does this. And see, quick selection tool, it makes it a lot harder for you to do it. And it's just, it may save you some time doing it. And then the click selection tool, just see what it just did there for me. It's just too, I say it's just too much to use the quick selection tool for trying to cut it out on a background like this. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to go to magic wand tool and then do that. Make sure on your magic wand tool it's on this and not this, because if you select with the magic wand tool, and then it's not going to allow you to deselect it when you left click. So you make sure it's on this when you're on the magic wand tool, so that you can deselect it, anything that you selected. Now on the magic wand tool, see what it's doing? It's not getting what you want, and you're like, what the hell? It didn't get what you wanted. So that's why we only use it for certain things. The background is a solid color, and we do not want this in there. We don't want anything but her and the guitar. That's all we want. So we're going to get out of this magic wand tool, and we're going to do this. We're going to use, let's use the pen tool now. Okay. Sorry if it looks like that I'm confusing you or whatever, but I'm trying my best to show you how here. So the way that I know how, because the way that I taught myself anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to zoom in. Okay, we're going to zoom in to, let's do this to make it easier. We're going to go to right here on the magnifier, and we're going to zoom in. Okay, and we're going to get in as closely as possible. Like right about there would be nice. And then it looks funky because I'm really close into the image, but it's best that you do that, because I'm going to show you exactly why it's best to do that. So what I'm going to go here is do this, and we're going to start right here. This is a good, let's see here. Yeah, start right here, and then go make a spot to start is probably for me, the way that I've done this when I was playing around with this image, because I done it once before I started doing this tutorial, just to make sure is, make sure you press Alt 2 when you're selecting your, anytime you want to use the pen tool and you want to select, do Alt so that you can make lesser and something like that. But if you mess up, go to Edit, Undo, because it's gonna take some time. It's gonna be tedious, and I want it to be as perfect as possible when it comes out. But I'm not gonna do this totally 100% perfect. I'm just gonna try to get it, and try not to get outside of her shoe or her body too much, where it shows the background still. Because if the background is still showing on your selection, then it's going to be really hard. So we're going to try to do this, and we're going to try to get this. Okay. And then it's going to take a while. So I'm trying to move as fast as possible on this, because it's going to take me a bit. And I'm not going to do this 100% perfect, but just enough to know where you could see that it came out pretty close to real perfect. This is the best option for cutting people out of an image right here. So this is what you're going to do is this, and then go all the way up to here. Okay, and then you could see right here, this is part of her, okay, her shorts. It's a little dark and you could barely see it because I have this set to be really dark. I'm on the pen tool, but the reason why I have it like that is because I want it like that. So yours is going to be like blue or something when you first start. Just leave it as that for now, and then what you can do is you can change. Let's see here. Edit. Take a step backwards. Okay. See, I just wanted to show you a little bit that selecting here. Okay, make sure we do this. Okay. And go down in here. Then down in here. Okay. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go around over to here. Okay, make sure you get as much into the guitar as possible. Don't get on the outside of the walls. We don't want the walls in there. We want her guitar because she's holding it, and it looks funny if you got her without the guitar, because you can see that her hands wrapped around it because of course she's holding it. So we want her and the guitar only in the background, because we're going to put her on whatever color background we want. We could put her on whatever we feel like putting her on. So we're going to go like this. Okay, make sure we go like this too, and then go like this. Okay, I'm trying to do my best on this as good as possible. Trying to get in there all the way. Try not to make too many selections if you can, but I'm trying to get in as neatly as possible. So I'm going to go all the way around over here and go around up. Okay. I'm trying to go up as possible. So I'm just making a few. Trying to get this going as fast as I can. Okay. Now, it's going to take you some time doing this when you're trying to do the quick selection tool. Or the pen tool, I mean. Not the quick selection, the pen tool. And so we're going to want to do this. And make it... Okay, edit, undo for that. And we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to want to... Okay, move. That's alright. We can get it like that. Okay, move over to get the... Actually, edit, undo a few of those. Because I went way... I feel like I went way in too much. Yeah, I went way in too much. Okay, I'm going to want to do this. Okay. Okay, right there, and then go all the way up to here. Get inside her a little bit, just a tad. Because you'll know that you got her pretty good. So I'm trying to get this as fast as possible. I'm not going to do 100%. Okay, edit. I'm going to undo that because I went and I felt like I grabbed some air there on the wall. I mean, outside of her in the wall. So then I'm going to go up to here. And we're going to go all the way up to here. All the way up to here. And then all the way up to here. Because we're halfway. And we're going to have to do some more of this. So, but we're going to get her body first outside. Most of the wall taken out from her. Or taking her out of the wall mostly. Like this. Okay. Now this is the tricky part, getting around her hands as good as possible. You're going to want to make several selections on her hand. Make sure you get right in there. Okay. Make sure you get her whole hand. It's going to be really difficult. We're going to want to go like this. Okay. And now we're going to go like this. around. Yeah, when you're getting around, try to get everything as best as you can. Okay. Okay. That's good. Yeah, like that. And that's not going to be a... If I was not doing a tutorial on this, I would do it way more perfect. But I'm trying to give you a gist of an idea on how good this pen tool works. It really works really nice inside of Photoshop. I never really used it in the past, and I wish I did. I ignored the entire thing. It's not that I just didn't. I just never paid attention to it. I just just ignored it. I was kind of like rushing to do it the lazy way with the quick selection tool and the freaking magic wand tool and all that. So what you're going to want to do here is just cut off some of her hair. It's okay to do that, but not all of it is okay. Just make sure you go up in here, and if you may have to get the eraser tool for some of her hair to get rid of it once you're done doing the quick selection, because her hair is freaking all over the place, and it's kind of hard to get it perfectly. But it's still going to come in really nice, way better than the quick selection tool, way better than the damn magic wand tool. Okay, we don't want to go here. Okay, here. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm near done. Okay, you may want to erase some of her hair, and I'm going to explain to that in a second. Unless you can put her on a background where it blends in, but if you don't, but you want to put her on whatever background you want to put her on, or him or her, or whatever subject you're doing, you're going to want them on a different background. So that's the whole point of this. So, and in a different color too. Like maybe you want them on a city, you want them in a bar or something. You want them somewhere that wasn't originally what they were on before. So that's what I'm trying to say here. And so what we want to do is make sure here is we get all of it as much as we can, because it's got to be there because it's part of her. So we got to get this on the quick selection tool. Okay, as best as we can, because we're going to... Okay, it's okay to get inside of it a little bit, just not too much inside of it, just a little bit. And then we're going... This is going to be the hardest part right here. See right here? We see that she's wearing a ring or something, and so we got to get around all that. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go here. Okay. And we're going to go all the way to here. Okay, this way, go down. Okay, I'm nearly done. And I got to do a couple more things to her after I finish this main part of it, of the quick selection tool. I mean, not the quick selection tool, the pen tool, I mean. I keep calling it the quick selection tool. It's the pen tool. The pen tool. Okay. Oops. Edit. Undo. Because I got to do this. Okay. There we go. Now that seems to look as good as possible for me. Now let's see. What you're going to want to do is let's zoom out. Let me zoom out of this. Okay. Let's zoom out. Okay. Now I zoomed out a little bit, just a little bit. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Okay, to right about there where you can see her entire head and feet and her entire body. Okay, so we're going to do this and make sure we're not on the zoom out tool. We're going to go back to the pen tool and we're going to do this. We're going to go to make selection once you're done. If you want to blur, I would say blur it out to 0.5. It just helps out a little bit. So 0 to 0.5 for now on most of your selections, so do that. Okay, and so that's that. I got everywhere. Now this right in here where I have it, you're gonna have to either we're gonna play around with that. This is gonna be showing still. We're gonna have to make another selection on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to here and we're going to layer mask, and see now she's cut out. She is cut out completely out of the background, and you can see that. Now it's okay. It's not too good, not too bad. It's pretty nice. I did an okay job. Now what we're going to do to make it look even better is what we're going to do here is we're going to, okay, now we're going to get the pen tool again, and we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to zoom in again. Let's zoom in over here with this. I need the zoom in tool right here. Okay, we're going to zoom in to right about there. Yeah, that's good enough of zooming in because I could see here. Okay, with the pen tool, where is it at? Right there. Okay, I keep forgetting where it's at. Okay, so then I go there. No, edit. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go to here. Make sure you're pressing Alt while you're doing this every time. So just to let you know that you're pressing Alt when you're using the pen tool, so you can do a better selection, and it's a lot easier to do a lot less, and you can get in there firmly. Now that's okay that I just did what I just did there. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect because it's still gonna look nice and look natural and like she belongs out of the background, and that she doesn't need to be on this background anymore to look nice. Okay, so then we're going to go right there. Okay. So right there. Okay, I just did that. Okay, I can't really see because it's dark right there, but we're going to, that's going to be fine. Okay, and then we're going to do this, mix selection, okay, 0.5. So then what we're going to do is we're going to press delete. Delete that. You don't want it. You want it gone. You don't want everything around it gone. You want the entire thing that you selected gone. It's like you went to the magic wand tool or you went to the quick selection tool. You selected that area. You want it gone. Now, okay, so that's pretty good right there. And you can see that what I could have done is, okay. So then we're going to go back to the magic wand tool and deselect this. So make sure it's on the magic wand tool. It's on the one square, not the second one, or you won't be able to deselect like I said in the beginning. I use the magic wand tool to deselect things or to make quick selections. See, so that's that. That's pretty good. You barely notice what she's on, and when you zoom out, it's gonna look even better. So let me zoom out of this. Let me go to 100%. Okay. Let me go to here. No, not 100%. I'm gonna go to 33%. Okay, 33%. She looks really nice out of that background. You barely notice anything. You don't really see what she was on at all. It looks really good. And now we're going to put her on a different background. See the original? That's what she was on. This is what she would see. That looks really nice. The shadow's gone. It looks pretty good. You don't really, okay? So now what we're going to do when you're done, now we're going to do this. We're going to change the color just to change it to black. On the background, I'm going to change it to black. We're going to get the ding brush tool or green. Try green. See what she looks like on green? She still looks like she belongs there, but green doesn't look too good. So we're going to put her on black for now. Put her on all black. Now she looks like she belongs on all black. Now you notice that right around in her hair, it's really hard to get rid of that. What you're going to want to do is probably get the eraser tool. I would recommend getting the eraser tool. So the eraser tool, now I get confused in this one because the image of the freaking eraser tool doesn't look like an eraser to me. But that's the eraser tool. Okay. So, okay. Anyways, we're going to zoom in. Okay, we're going to erase certain areas of her hair and try to make it look natural still. So we're going to zoom into 50%. Let's see. Let's zoom in all the way to, let's see. Let's zoom into. Let's see. Let's get the zoom in tool, because I'm going to zoom in with the zoom in tool. Okay. Okay. Zoom in tool. And I'm going to, the zoom in tool is easier to zoom in instead of just, so this looks a little awkward on her hair, see that? And I kind of did a little bad with her hair a little bit. Everything else looks just fine, but that right there just looks awkward, so we're going to erase some of it. Let's make the eraser even smaller, because I zoomed in. The more you zoom in, the more smaller it has to be. Okay, so I zoomed in. Okay, let me try this. Hold on. Edit. Undo. I'm on. What the heck? Oh. On this. Let's do this. Okay, erase it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Fix our mistakes. You barely want to use the eraser tool. You shouldn't be using it too much. Okay. That's that. And you may want to cut all this off right here. Let's try cutting it off and see what it does. See if it looks natural. Yeah, see, I would cut some of her hair off. It wouldn't bother it too much. Just make sure you don't. You may make sure it looks natural still. Okay. I would just leave it as that. You still see some of the light on the image a little bit. We're going to, but it's a lot better than before. It looks natural. It looks pretty good, pretty good. Now I could have went into her hair more to get it better, but it's really freaking hard to get the hairs in there. So you have to do some erasing a little bit and make it look as natural as possible. See, like right there, it still looks natural. It looks natural to me still. I barely did any erasing. You barely want to use the eraser tool, because if you tried using the eraser tool without the pen tool, you would have just not been able to get a good cut out of her. And I got some blue there a little bit, a tad bit right in there. But that's just for the, I would have done this way more perfectly. If, see right there, that's what we're going to want to do, is we're going to get the pen tool for this too and get this out down in here. And we're going to get the pen tool for this. Click right there. I've got to click on Alt. Okay. Make a selection. Okay. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to just delete this. And then we're going to get the magic wand tool to select it out. That's what I do. And that's how I do that. Now we're going to see it's all cut out. It's gone. Yeah. So, okay. So now we're going to go back to here. We're going to put this back at 33%. Okay, I put this back at 30. She looks really good. See, you couldn't even, she looks really good on all black. So you want to put her on something else. So we're going to open up something else. We're going to go to picture files, where it's located. And that's where I'm going for where my next image is located for the background that I want to put her on. And not more textures. HD textures is where I want to go. My bad. Sorry about that. And then I go to here. Pick the background that I want to put her on. Let's see. I want her to be on this. Okay, that looks nice. And we're going to make it look natural because she's going to be kind of floating on top of it. So what we're going to want to do is this. See, it looks really nice. I'm going to resize this to fit onto here. Yeah, she looks floating in the air a little bit because that's just how it looks. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to mess with her by changing her and putting her right, something like that. And you can resize her if you want, or him, or whoever the subject. Okay, and do that. Make it look natural. Cut her shoes off a little bit. That's what I would do. And then this kind of thing. And then like that. That looks pretty good. See, it looked natural to me. It looks like she belongs there. Like she was meant to be there. Like you wouldn't even know. And then what I like about this new Photoshop, it has this to center it a lot easier than it did before. I've never had it do that for me before. And it could have been something I've done it before. I just got used to the default settings. I'm used to the default things. I just don't ever change the settings. Whatever the way it's set up, that's how I learn on it. I learn on things that the way they're set up. Like if I start changing the way it's set up, then I start getting all whacked out and confused, or it just starts looking unnatural and it looks like I can't use it no more. So that's what I'm trying to say there. So the way I have it set up is the default way. Anyways, and so alright, so that's that. And then so you want to change, you want to go to layer, not layer, but we want to we want to go to image, and we want to go to adjustments, we want to go to vibrance. We want the vibrance to be on the background. We want it to be a lot lighter, and we want the more color, so we want it to be around 50 for right there. See, she looks like she really belongs there. And then what we want to do with her is we want to go to image, and we want to adjust, and we want to go to vibrance, because I always mess around with the vibrance all the time. And we want the vibrance, you can bring it down and bring this, and it looks like she belongs there. Or you can do this and then leave the saturation to 0. I would probably put the saturation at 100 and the vibrance at like maybe -50, something like that, because that's just how good it looks. It's supposed to, and she looks like she belongs there totally. It looks really good. Now what we're going to want to do is add an effect. So we could what we're going to do is we're going to, if we like it, we're going to go to image, and we're going to go to layer. We're going to merge visible. Okay, and merge the visible, because we like the way it is, and we want it set up like that. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to show you the original. That's what it looked like again, and this is what she looks like on. See, she looks pretty good. She looks like she belongs on this background. So that's how I have it set up, because that's how I like it. And so it doesn't look like she's floating in the air, because if most people would just like show part of, but we want to show the guitar still a little bit. So that's how I have it. And so now what we're going to want to do is we're going to just change the color of the entire. We're going to leave this layer off, and we're going to go here. We're going to change it by adding some actions. Now actions, you can install actions. If you want to install actions, you go like this. You go to this PC, wherever it's located, okay? Because I'm going to this PC where it's located, and I'm going to go to let's see, Passport G, and I'm going to go to Photoshop brushes and actions. Select all of them. See, this is an action, this is an action, so you select them all. So let's select them all, okay? All of them, not the folder ones, or the zip file ones, or the whatever. Okay, so we're going to select all of them, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go here and then do this, and see where it says plus. You can add them, and then they'll go right in there. But since I already did it, I'm not going to do it again. And then that's how you install actions. So wanted to show you how to install actions. That's how you do that. And then we're going to pick an action that we have. Let's play around with. I'm going to play around with this a little bit. I'm going to copy this background. What I'm going to do, so that if I don't like it, and I don't want it, because I forgot what the action looks like, so I'm going to duplicate this layer, duplicate layer. Okay, background copy. We want the background copy to be changed. Okay, the background copy is changed to yellow mood. We want to try the yellow mood. No, that doesn't look good. So what we're going to do is on yellow mood is we're going to delete it. Okay, because on yellow mood you could, okay, on 30, let's try action 1. Let's try this. That didn't change anything. Oh, that looks good. Alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. See? Now it looks like she belongs there. It's almost similar to the original image, the color. So it definitely looks really nice. It looks pretty sweet right there. I just made a wallpaper, and then usually what you would do is you would add some text there, and you can say Hillary Duff. But the text is all black. It needs to be another color, so I'm putting it white for now. Oh, the text is hiding. It needs to be on top of everything. Right there. Okay. Still can't see the text. Oh, I know why. The text has to be right here. Okay, there we go. Now it'll show up. Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff. Okay. Now you gotta install some freaking cool fonts, and if you want some cool fonts, I'll put a link in the description to get some cool fonts. And we do that. And put that there. You can have it behind her, but if you wanted it behind her, then you should have done this before, like I should have done it. But I don't really want it. But or you can just do it separately. Put the Duff here, and you add two text layers. Put Duff onto the side here, and then it'll still look like it was behind her or whatever. But I'm gonna resize this and make it smaller. And I'm going to, let me see this. Yeah, resize it, make it smaller. To right about there. That looks pretty cool. I can even put it up here if I wanted it to, but I mostly put it down at the bottom because you're gonna use it maybe as a wallpaper or something on your computer, or you're doing some art stuff. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's it on this tutorial, pretty much. Showing you how to use Photoshop a little bit, cutting people out of a background, making it look really nice and sweet and pretty simple. And it took me a little bit of time, but I got this, and now it looks pretty nice. I really like it, and it's not my best work, but I didn't take my time doing it on this tutorial, so that's why it didn't come in to the way that I wanted. If I was playing around with it and I was really wanting to get something really nice out of it, I would have had just took my more time on it, and I would have just spent probably an hour or two on it if I wanted it to come nice. Especially if you're doing a project for someone that's going to be paying you, you're going to want to do it even longer because they're going to pay you good money to do this, because it's really hard to do. Not everyone knows how to do this kind of thing, and it's just time consuming, and not too many people there's not too many people out there who are willing to get on the computer and do it themselves, because it's just really too hard to learn and take the time to do it. It's time consuming to do this kind of stuff. You got to be passionate for this stuff. You got to like this stuff. You got to really enjoy it and love it. And I'm just one of those people that likes messing around in Photoshop, playing around with it, the Adobe programs and stuff like that. So I'm into doing that kind of thing, so I like it. Oh, what you can do with your text too is you can go down here, go to the effects on it, and you can do a stroke, add a stroke to it. And it makes it come in nice. See, there's a color. The stroke, oh, the fill is orange. Ooh, that looked kind of cool already, but we want it to be like a little bit of blue. We want some blue in it. We want some dark blueness to it. Or bright blue. Yeah, bright blue would be nice. And then make it come in at a 10. Yeah, right there. And that's nice. See that? That looks pretty good. Right there, and that's that. That's a pretty simple basic wallpaper that I just made. It's a 4K wallpaper in a 4K size. Make sure the image is in really good quality for 4K. If it's in bad quality, you're gonna have to like bring it down to 1920 by 1200 or 1920 by 1080. You're gonna have to bring down the image size when you're building a wallpaper or whatever you're trying to do. You want to do something like that. Make sure you bring down the quality of the images low. The lower the image, the lower the size of your project has to be. So if you want it to be a really nice, like most monitors now that are coming out, they're in 4K, so that's why I did that. I put it in 4K size. And even though if you have a 1920 by 1200 monitor, you would still want to put it in 4K because it'll come in really nice and it'll enhance the quality of, like, it'll look good on your computer if you want it to be a background or whatever. Most people just either do this just to share it on the internet or whatever. I do this because for me, I like to make my own backgrounds on my computer for my computer to just show them off to myself and just to change it and put my own, because a lot of ones I find on the internet don't look as cool as if I made it myself. So that's why I do that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking me out on this tutorial. I'll see you guys next time, and that is it. Please subscribe to me on Master Son Tutorials for more tutorial videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to watch me on my gaming channel too, Master Son Gaming. I go by Master Son on the internet. That's my name. My real name is Brandon Parker, if you want to know, and that's, of course, I told you that at the beginning of the video, but I'm just saying it again. And yeah, my nickname is Master Son, and I go by that. So Master Son Tutorials and Master Son Gaming is my name. And for Master Son Tutorials, I do tutorial videos here and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing a lot more tutorial videos. And also I'm going to be doing a lot more gaming videos. So be on the lookout for Master Son Gaming. If you haven't heard or looked or checked me out there, please be on the lookout for more gaming videos on Master Son Gaming. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. That is it. It's down below, links. Also, don't forget, links down below to where I'm at on the internet. And yeah, my website and everything is down in the description box below. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. That is it. Thanks for watching. That is it. Peace out.